Welcome back to Storytime with Pookie. I had always imagined college would be a fresh start, new people, new places, new experiences. So when I packed up and left my home state for a university across the country, I was nervous but excited. I didn't know anyone, but I figured that was part of the adventure. I'd make friends, maybe join a few clubs, and most importantly, figure things out on my own. My roommate situation didn't seem like anything to worry about either. Plenty of people room with strangers their first year. What could go wrong? When I first met my roommate, who I'll call Morgan, everything seemed perfectly normal. She was polite, her family helped her settle in, and we made the usual small talk. Nothing felt off. The first couple of weeks went by without any issues, and I genuinely thought I had lucked out. But then Morgan's quirks began to surface, and they weren't the kind you laugh off as harmless. The first thing that started to unsettle me was her habit of sitting on the floor, specifically, on the floor near wherever I was. At first, it happened when I sat on my bed. She'd come into the room, say nothing, and sit down at the foot of it, just behind me. It felt a little strange, but I tried not to overthink it. Then I realized it wasn't random. She would actively leave her favorite spot, a cozy chair near the window, and move to the floor if I was using the bed. She sometimes wouldn't even bring a book or her laptop. She would just sit there, doing nothing. Silent. Eventually, I stopped using my bed during the day just to avoid the whole thing. Morgan also has a job at the campus cafe that requires her to be up early. I didn't mind being woken up, but a few times I opened my eyes to find her standing beside my bed, watching me. No alarm, no movement, no reason, just staring. One morning, she was so close I could see her breathing. And she always pauses at the door before leaving, just long enough to make eye contact, then walks out without saying a word. That alone might have been enough to freak me out. But there's more. I have a strong aversion to hair, especially loose hair on surfaces. Morgan has long, curly, dark brown hair and, unfortunately, sheds constantly. But the worst part is that I've seen her pulling strands out herself while looking in the mirror, calmly, like it's a habit. I nearly lost it one day when I decided to wash my bedding. I don't sleep under my sheets, just on top with a throw, but when I lifted them, they were littered with strands of Morgan's hair. I don't even know how that's possible. And I don't want to. To top it all off, we share one class together on Mondays and Wednesdays. She always waits for me to finish packing up and then follows me out of the room. Doesn't say anything. Doesn't walk beside me. Just follows 2 or 3 steps behind, all the way back to our dorm. At first I thought it was just coincidence, but now it feels deliberate. Like I'm being studied. Maybe it doesn't sound like a full-blown horror story, and maybe I'm overreacting. But when you live in a small room with someone whose behavior never quite makes sense, the line between weird and deeply uncomfortable starts to blur. I still don't know what's going on with Morgan. And honestly, I'm not sure I want to. Thank you for watching, like and subscribe. Take care.